Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Shakura, and on this channel we talk about everything that makes me feel beautiful, which is usually fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. And today we are talking about my favorite beauty picks of 2020. So this video is a little late since we are now in 2021, about a week into 2021, but I still wanted to get it out. Because I've been seeing other people do it. I think it's really interesting, and I have gotten a lot of ideas of things to try from watching other people's videos. So let's just get started. I am going to quickly start with hair, because if you watch me or if you've seen any of my other favorite videos, you know that I've been using the same hair care for a while now, probably since the beginning of the pandemic. And the hair care that I have been using is the Oribe. I use almost the whole line of the Moisture Control Oribe, and I've gotten great results. I know I keep telling you guys about it, but I'm a stickler for good quality hair care, and that really has helped me. Again, if you have not seen my video about my hair journey with Oribe, I'll link it in the description box. It's a must watch. I got amazing results. Sticking with hair care, if you have seen me or seen any of these other videos, you know that I use the Olaplaex. I have actually been using Olaplaex 3 before I started using the Oribe, and I continue to use it. I get in the shower, I wet my hair, I put in the Olaplaex, it sits for a while, I wash it out, and I continue with my hair care. Those things are staples. I don't see me changing those in my hair care routine. If it works for me, I'm like, don't fix it. I might add something, like maybe try a different shampoo or something. I might add it to it, but I don't ever foresee me taking those things out. Sticking with hair care, this past Christmas, my brother got me this Carol's Daughter Healthy Hair Butter. I have never tried it before. And you guys, this is pure magic. My hair routine consists of the Olaplaex, the shampoo, blow drying it, moisturizing it, and sealing it, and braiding it, and leaving it for a while. And I usually have to moisturize my hair about 2 times a week, even after sealing it. I have not had to do this with this stuff. I can go a week, as long as I blow dry my hair, with my hair staying moisturized, probably a week and a half with this stuff. This is so good. I called my brother and told him that, he did a fantastic job. I'm sure he had no idea what he was doing, but this stuff is just amazing. I went to go buy a backup and it was sold out, which is annoying. So hopefully I'll go check today and it's back in stock. But this stuff is so good. It's moisturizing, and if you have natural hair, natural 4 type 4 hair, you know the struggle in keeping your hair moisturized. This has really helped. So after I Olaplaex, wash, deep condition, moisturize my hair, I then use this bread oil that I spoke about in my Sephora haul video. This is so good. I just wanted to try it. It was Black owned. It was just, I don't know, something said try it. And with a combination of this and this, my hair has been thriving. It is so important to actually take care of what's under your wigs or your braids or whatever it is. And I am a stickler. There's a few things I don't mess with, and one of them is my hair. The other one is my skin. Speaking of skin, I have been so serious about my skin care routine. When I got COVID, I obviously fell off because I didn't care anything. I just wanted to lay down and get over it and feel better. But as soon as I got better, it was back to my routine. I have played with a lot of different things, but these things have really helped my skin to be smooth and just fantastic. Okay, so let me just tell you, it's not cheap drugstore, but it's also not too expensive. I personally swear by the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant with salicylic acid. I have a backup of this in my drawer at all times. I have a backup of this in my drawer at all times. If I do not use this, I can tell a difference. You guys, I don't know what's in this stuff, but it's called the Skin Perfecting, and it has really helped perfect my skin. You need to look into this. Yeah, it's great. It's a great exfoliant. I used to be very scared of retinol for obvious reasons. You peel, some people get really red, some people have adverse reactions to it. I decided that I was just going to jump right on in and try the Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment. It has made the biggest difference in the texture of my skin. Now, I am not a dermatologist. However, I would not suggest that you start off with the 1% treatment. There are retinols that are not as strong that you should probably start off with. When I started this using retinol, I did not realize it. Thank goodness that I didn't have any crazy reactions to it. If it is suggested, especially if you are a person of color, to not start with the 1%. You want to start with maybe 0.5 or around there, something maybe lower, because people of color burn very easily, and this has potential to do that to you. So I know that I'm okay with 1% and I will continue to use 1%, but if you're interested in starting retinol, you need to do your due diligence to see what is good for you. I use the Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment with peptides and vitamin C, and I'm all about this and the vitamin C. I don't use it every day. I probably use it 2 or 3 times a week. You are supposed to slowly ease that into your skincare routine. Maybe do it once a week, the next week do it twice, and so forth and so on. I find that I don't need it every day yet. So like I said, I do it 2 or 3 times a week. I actually might try it 4 times next week just to see what my skin does. But it does peel, but when it peels, it just reveals the most beautiful, buttery, soft skin of all time. And the last skincare staple that I love this year, the Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster. It's a vitamin C with vitamin E. Vitamin C is so good at brightening your skin. In fact, that's why I got this. It doesn't lighten your skin, because why would I want to do that? But it does brighten. It makes you look awake. It gives your skin this nice glowing from within type of feel, and I will never be without this as well. If you don't have vitamin C in your routine, it's a must-have. And very quickly, I want to talk about the skin on your body, and then we'll move on to the beauty. You guys, you've seen me talk about this a million times. In fact, this is empty. I've had so many of these. This is the Whey Scalp and Body Scrub. I have to go order a new one or pick it up from Sephora or whatever. But this stuff is my favorite. It lathers, it sloshes away the dead skin. It is just fabulous. I want to try more body scrubs. In fact, I have, but none have really compared. If I find something that I think is better than this, I will 100% tell you, but this is where it's at. Like I said, it's empty, so I'm showing you guys an empty bottle, but I love this stuff. And you know this because I told you this many, many times. Okay, let's move into the fun part, the makeup. I actually have never mentioned this to you before. I'm not quite sure why, but I've been using it for most of the year. It is the Strivectant Line Blur Primer. This is beautiful. When I put this on, not only just do I feel like my foundation lasts longer, it is smooth. It gives it such a nice canvas. So on top of my retinol, my vitamin C, and my skincare routine, and then I put this on as a primer. I get it at Ulta, but it is so well worth it. They actually have an under eye primer that I would like to try that I haven't, so I can't really speak to that, but I know this is so good. And not to be boring, but this is the foundation that I've been using forever, but you know, this year as well. This is the Nars Sheer Glow. It's an oldie but a goodie. You guys, the reason why I love Nars Sheer Glow is because it gets my undertones so spot on. I have not found a foundation for me that works better. I don't like my foundation to be too matte. I don't want my foundation to have the wrong undertone, and this just does it for me. I am wearing the color Marquises. I knew that. I don't know why I looked at the bottom. because I've been wearing this color for quite some time. I can get away with other colors, but this one is just my absolute favorite. So this might be a little boring because I've told you about this a million times, but this is my go-to foundation. I will always and forever at least have this in my stash. Speaking of Nars, this is something that I don't often speak about either, but I've been using it fairly often this year. The Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer is the one in this little tube. This is just magical. My biggest problem to me on my skin is that my under eyes are just a tad bit darker. No big deal, a tad bit darker than the rest of my skin. But when I just pat this on, this is like my skin color. So when I pat this on and just maybe cover a few marks that I have left, this is just like, it's a lifesaver, you guys. I have the color Hazelnut and Truffle, though I don't know where Truffle is. But a good mixture of those two on the days that I don't want to wear makeup is beautiful. I actually like this better than the creamy concealer. I like both for different things, but this is another thing that will always be in my collection. The bronzer that I have talked about, and you guys have heard me talk about over and over and over again, was the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer that she came out with this year. Prior to this, I have had a hard time finding the correct undertone. The Fenty bronzers was just a little bit too red, which was gut-wrenching to me because I wanted it to work so bad. The Gucci foundation is beautiful, but for me, it has to go to the Charlotte Tilbury. I think, first of all, the packaging is just fabulous. Second of all, you could refill this. I don't only use it as bronzer, I also use this as eyeshadow. I am a gal who loves makeup, but I'm also a girl who doesn't want my makeup to arrive before my outfit. I would like my outfit and my boots and my bag or whatever it is to be the showstopper. And I understand for some women it's the opposite way, but that's just how I am. So I said all that to say that I like a look that's put together, maybe a little glamorous, but not too over the top. So using this as a eyeshadow and a bronzer just kind of brings my look together, and I love it. If you have not looked into this, it's a really beautiful, especially for brown skin and dark skin, a beautiful bronzer. Speaking of bronzer, I think a few months back got this Casino bronzer. Now, I used to use Casino bronzer for the same thing I'm about to tell you about. I used to own the old Casino bronzer, but they came out with new Casino. They came out with the new bronzer at Nars, and I got both. I got Casino and the new one. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just too light. The other one was too light too, and it's too light for me. This is not going to work as a bronzer for me. So what I do, and I told you this before, is I just put it on my eyelids. And I put this on my lids, and I put the Charlotte Tilbury in my crease, and it just gives me a beautiful, natural, I'm fabulous kind of look. Like, I'm fabulous, but I don't want to do too much. Where have I been? This palette is the most gorgeous palette I have ever seen. All of these colors are directly up my alley. This one down here, I told you before, is just stunning. It's beautiful. It goes so well with my complexion. Even this, oh man, that too. There's so many options in here. If you are a girl who likes bronze and golds, this is a palette for you. I don't know where I've been. I've heard so much about Natasha Denona, and I was like, how much does that palette cost? No ma'am. But for some reason I decided to pick it up, or there was a sale. I don't remember what it was, and I am so glad that I got it. This is something that if I lost it, left it in a hotel room, or it broke, I would immediately have to go and buy again. Natasha Denona, what's called? Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. Now, I spoke about this Chanel loose powder in my video about the 5 luxury products that will change your life. If you haven't seen that video, you need to go watch that video. I am in absolute love. I have the Charlotte Tilbury compact powder, but first of all, the finish is beautiful on that with that powder, but I think it's a tad bit too dark, which is wild because it doesn't look too dark in the pan, but that's besides the point. I prefer this. There is so much product in this pan that I feel like I'm never going to run out of this. It's just finely milled. It's a beautiful color. I have it in the color 70. And I keep saying I want to get different colors to kind of experiment. You need this. You have got to try it. Plus, you've heard me say this before, it's Chanel, darling. As far as mascara goes, you've seen me talk about this a million times. The Superhero It mascara is so good. This year I found the Dior Show, which as old as this mascara was, I've never tried it, but these two together are a showstopper. Absolute love. Love at first sight. Let's quickly talk about some of my favorite lip products. Right now I have on the Lip Bar Hot Mama, and it is definitely one of my favorites. It is just a beautiful, bright, and fun red. It's lasts all day because it is matte, which I prefer right now since we're wearing masks, and it is inexpensive. This is at Target or on their website. If you haven't tried any of these lip bars, they are so good. Now, the other that I got from Lip Bar, I got a brand spanking new one because I just ran out of it. This one is called Boss Lady, and you guys, I cannot tell you how many times I've worn this on YouTube or in real life, and somebody has stopped me and asked me what I'm wearing. You guys have seen this in, I don't remember what video it was. I'll put it in the description box. But it's like a beautiful, bright, but deep red. I know that's hard to explain, but it's just fabulous. It is so, so beautiful. Again, if you have not got these Lip Bar lipsticks, you need to go try it. It's affordable. They're at Target. They're fabulous. And on the not so affordable end, you guys have heard me talk about this a million times, are my Tom Ford lip glosses. They are, to me, like no other lip glosses that I have tried. Besides the packaging and the weight, which just looks luxe and fabulous, they are just a pleasure to wear. They're comfortable. They're not sticky glosses. They're like a gloss but an oil. They come in beautiful colors. I found some beautiful colors for brown and dark skin, which would actually also work on any skin tone, if I'm being honest. It would just show up differently. But these are just... This is something I gravitate towards. As you can see, this one is like, I've used the mess out of this one. This one is crystalline because this one is mostly clear pretty much on me. It's just absolutely beautiful. I've spoke about these a million times. I'm probably going to continue to speak about them. I'm going to look for different colors that work. These are 110% worth it. I love them. So this is the last product, and this was quite difficult to pick. Like many of you and many of us on YouTube, I have really gotten into more fragrances since the pandemic. I've always loved a good perfume, but since the pandemic, it has gone on 10,000. It has just gotten out of hand. Last year, my favorites were Baccarat Rouge, and Baccarat Rouge will probably always be one of my favorites. But the House of MFK was definitely my favorite last year. This year, I have been introduced to more niche brands, and I have to say, Parfums De Marly have blown me away. Let me show you how much they've blown me away. I have Denona. I have Denona Exclusive. I have Cassili, which is, let me just smell this. Oh. I have Cassili. I have Athalia. I have Darcy. This is crazy. And I had Sephora. All this year. I was going to just choose one of them, but I'm going to tell you it's absolutely impossible. It's impossible. They all give different vibes and are for different occasions. and I'm just not gonna pick one. You can't make me. So for my favorite perfume, I'm gonna say the House of Parfums De Marly. You guys, I have just recently got into Bond Number 9. I just recently got a Bond Number 9 perfume, which I will share later. I got my hands on the new Kilian Angel Share, which I am so excited to smell. It's on the way to me. So hopefully I can step out of Parfums De Marly, but there's no doubt that Parfums De Marly were my favorite in 2020. There's no doubt about it. And those are my picks. You guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I personally love these videos. I hope I gave you some ideas of some things to try out. I appreciate you watching. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Turn on your bell notification so you know when I upload a video. Share the video, and I will see you in my next video.